Welcome to Science Easy Tech channel. In this video, we are going to discuss about types of research. This is my part 2 video. Already I have posted in part 1, that is the classification I have given in part 1. The detailed explanation we are going to see in this video. The link I have given in the description box or suggested end card and iCard. You can watch it. Unit 1, that is in the introduction to nursing research and statistics for BSc nursing students. This video is also useful for post basic BSc nursing students and MSc nursing students. Before moving on to the topic, if you are new to Science Easy Tech channel, just take a moment to subscribe our channel and also to press the notification bell icon in order to get connected with our latest updates. What we have posted in part 1 video is for 2 marks. So this is for 5 marks or essay question. Let's see what is research. So research is nothing but it is a process that systematically searches for new facts and relationships. Research is a process that systematically searches for new facts and relationships. So this definition was given by Notter. So research is also a careful and exhaustive investigation of a phenomena with an objective of advancing knowledge. Why you are doing research? Because you have to increase the body of knowledge or theoretical knowledge for advancing knowledge. Then scientific research. Scientific research is the systematic investigation of scientific theories and investigations. So it is a systematic investigation or step-by-step investigation of scientific theories and investigations. So we have seen that types. The classification flowchart I have given in my part 1 video. The link has been given in the description box. For 2 marks, if it comes, you can answer that answer. Suppose if they are asking for 5 marks, you have to write this what I am going to dealt in this video. So what are the types of research? So you have so many types. The basic types of scientific research are inductive research and deductive research. The basic types of scientific research are inductive research and deductive research. Inductive research means from specific to general, and deductive research means from general to specific observations. Inductive means specific to general. Deductive means general to specific. So these are the basic types of research. So inductive research, deductive research. Inductive means it mostly qualitative approaches are used in inductive research. Deductive research, they will be using quantitative approaches. What is inductive research? It is theory building research. Inductive research is theory building research. Researcher assumes theoretical concepts and patterns from observed data. So the researcher will be assuming the theoretical concepts and pattern from observed data. That is in common what I have told, from specific observations to general conclusions. For example, a nurse has been working in a pediatric ward. She has observed that a child is very anxious and homesick. So she can tell that all the children who have been admitted or hospitalized in pediatric ward may be anxious as well as homesick. So from one single child observation, from one specific observation, she is generalizing it to all the children who have been hospitalized, not only in that particular hospital, in all the hospitals. So this is with regard to inductive reasoning. From one specific observation, she was generalizing it to the whole population. Next is deductive research. Deductive research, mostly what approach they will be using? Quantitative approach. So it is theory testing research. Here the researcher will be testing the concepts and pattern using the empirical or scientific data. So here it is a theory testing research. The researcher will be testing the concepts and pattern using empirical data. That is from general observations to specific conclusions. Same example, we can reverse it. Okay, we can tell in vice versa pattern. That is, a nurse observes that many hospitalized children are having homesick. So the nurse observes that mostly the hospitalized children are having homesick. So she has observed many. Okay, in different setups also she has observed. So this is what a general observation. So she can tell that a particular child who has been admitted in a pediatric ward will also be having homesick. Okay, so from general observation she is coming to a conclusion, to a specific conclusion. So that is called as deductive research. Next, we can tell based on purpose. You have descriptive research, analytical research, exploratory research, and predictive research. What is this? Descriptive research. So, it includes fact-finding inquiries such as what, why, when, who, how, and all. So, it includes fact-finding inquiries such as what, why, when, who, how, and all. So the main aim is description of the characteristics of a phenomena at present. So here what is your main aim? You are describing the characteristics of a phenomena which is present at that time. So the researcher has no control over the variables. So this research uses frequencies, average, and other statistical calculations. So this research, descriptive research will be using frequency, distribution, averages, that is mean, and other statistical calculations like standard deviation, like that and all. Then this research uses a survey method of all kinds, including correlational and comparative method. So this research, what it uses survey method of all kinds, including correlational and comparative method. So it also uses correlational method, comparative method, so which all comes under survey method. Already I have posted various research approaches. You can watch our channel playlist, or I will be given the link in the description box, or suggested end card and I card also. So this is with regard to descriptive research. Once again I will be telling, it includes fact finding inquiries such as what, why, when, who, how, and all. And the main aim of this description is to study the description of characteristics of a phenomena which is at present. The researcher has no control over the variables. Then this research uses frequencies, averages, and other statistical calculations. Then this research uses survey method of all kinds, including correlational and comparative method. Next is analytical research. This carries out analysis on a phenomena which involves secondary data. So this involves what? Analysis on a phenomena which involves secondary data. When you are analyzing, mostly you will be using the secondary data. The aim is to understand a phenomena by discovering and measuring causal relationships. Already the study has been done, but the conclusion, the results are not that much clear. That topics you will be taking it, and you will be finding out to understand the phenomena by measuring the causal relationship, the cause and effect relationship. The researcher uses facts or information that is readily available. It works within constraint variable. So it works within constraint variable. Example, how can the staff nurses turnover in a particular hospital can be reduced? Because already there will be more amount of turnover in the hospital with regard to staff nurses. So what are all the factors which are going to influence for more turnover? Okay, how we can reduce by improving certain factors, how we can reduce. So that and all, the cause, what is the reason for more turnover of staff nurses in a hospital. So that and all you can find out by means of analytical research. So analytical research, this carries out analysis on a phenomena which involves secondary data. The aim is to understand phenomena by discovering and measuring causal relationship. The researcher uses facts or information that is readily available. It works with constraints variable. Then example, how can the staff nurses turnover in a particular hospital can be reduced. Next is exploratory research. So exploratory research, this research is conducted about a research problem when there are few or no earlier studies to refer to. So exploratory research, so on some particular aspects there will not be any previous researchers, or so much information will not be there. That type of topics are identified and you are exploring, you are finding out that those things is called as exploratory research. This research is conducted about a research problem when there are few or no earlier studies to refer to. This research gathers preliminary information that will help to define a problem or suggest a hypothesis. So this research gathers preliminary information, whatever is needed in order to define a problem or in order to suggest a hypothesis. Mostly, exploratory research uses unstructured interview. It involves generation of new ideas and assumptions, development of tentative means temporary theories or hypothesis. So mostly it uses unstructured interview method for data collection. It involves generation of new ideas and assumptions, development of tentative theories or hypothesis. Then it provides direction for future research. So based on this you can because you cannot come to a conclusion based on this research. So based on this type of particular research you can do future researches also. Next is predictive research. So it predicts the relationship between the variables. That's why the name is called as predictive research, and also its association between the variables. It is also called as diagnostic research design. In this the researcher must be able to define clearly what he wants to measure and what methods for measuring, along with clear-cut definition of population whom he wants to study. So predictive research, it predicts the relationship between variables and its association. It is also called as diagnostic research design. In this, the researcher must be able to define clearly what he wants to measure, methods of measuring, along with clear-cut definition of population he wants to study. Statistical tools used are regression. I will be posting a video on regression because in one BSc nursing question paper they have asked about regression analysis. So I will be posting a separate video in statistics with regard to regression. So statistic tools used are regression, linear regression, logistic regression. So this research is also used mainly in business fields, marketing fields, clinical setting, government agencies, etc. So this is called as predictive research. It predicts the relationship between variables and its association. It is also called as diagnostic research design. In this, the researcher must be able to define clearly what he wants to measure, methods of measuring, along with clear-cut definition of population he wants to study. What are all the statistical tools used? Mainly regression, linear regression and logistic regression. So this research is used in business, marketing, clinical setting and government agencies, etc. Next is based on process. So based on purpose we have seen. First basic types of research, inductive, deductive we have seen. Then based on purpose we have seen some research types. Now it is based on process, that is qualitative research and quantitative research. What is qualitative research? This qualitative research is more important in behavioral sciences like psychology, social, like that and all. Okay, in behavioral sciences it studies the qualitative phenomena. This research finds out how people they are feeling or thinking, their attitude, then underlying motives for human behavior. Everything is studied by means of qualitative research. That's why it is mostly used in behavioral sciences. The data is in the form of either words, objects, pictures, etc. So what is qualitative research? It is important in behavioral sciences. It studies the qualitative phenomena. This research finds out how people feel or think. This research tells the attitude of underlying motives of human behavior. This research tells the attitude or underlying motives of human behavior. The data is in the form of words, pictures or objects, etc. Next, moving on to quantitative research. So this quantitative research, it measures the quantity or amount based on the measurement. Okay, so you can quantify it. Okay, the tools used are questionnaire or any equipments to collect the data. Suppose if you want to measure the BP or anemia, so blood levels of HP you can measure it. BP using an equipment, SMIC manometer you can measure, or a digital BP apparatus you can measure. Okay, so data is in the form of either numbers or statistics. Data is more efficient to test. Okay, you can test the data which is more efficient to test. So you can use various type of statistical analysis also. Next is based on outcome. Based on outcome research is divided into applied or action research, fundamental or basic or pure research. Applied or action research, fundamental or basic or pure research. What is applied research? It is also known as action research. It is used to answer a specific question to solve a specific problem. It is or to solve a specific problem. So it is used to answer a specific question or to solve a specific problem or to gain better understanding. So it is used to answer a specific question or to solve a specific problem or to gain better understanding. So how it aims at finding solution for an immediate problem facing in society or an organization through systematic investigation or inquiry. It aims at finding solution for an immediate problem what is faced by the society in an organization through systematic inquiry. So such type of solution will be beneficial to the humans. Okay, so it is designed to solve problem of modern world than to acquire knowledge. Example, to treat or cure a specific disease. For example, now this COVID-19 outbreak, so immediately they have started trials for vaccination. So once they have identified that this COVID-19 is a threatening pandemic, so that immediately, without considering the next moment, they have started clinical trials for doing research in order to build an effective vaccine. Okay, so that type of research is called as applied research. Next is fundamental or basic or pure research. Fundamental or basic or pure research. This research focuses on generalization and formulation of theory. This research focuses on generalization and formulation of theory. It is done for the intellectual pleasure, just for knowledge, just for intelligence, to satisfy your intelligence drive. You can use this type of research only to add on to the body of knowledge to improve the theory. Okay, it involves collection and analysis of data to develop or enhance the theory building. Okay, and have an understanding of theoretical relationship between variables. So fundamentals or basic or pure research. This research focuses on generalization and formulation of theory. It is done for the intellectual pleasure. It is done only to improve the theory's body of knowledge and theoretical framework and the relationship between the variables you will be identifying by means of fundamental research. It involves collection and analysis of data to develop or enhance theory and have an understanding of theoretical relationship between variables. So this is with regard to fundamental or basic or pure research. Next, moving on to some other types of research. One-time research or longitudinal research. In this research, one group have to be studied for a long time and it studies different stages in all individuals' life and all. Already I have discussed about longitudinal research approach in research approach. In longitudinal, this is developmental research also you used to tell, where you can have longitudinal research approach or cross-sectional research approach. Detailedly I have posted in that research approach video. I'll be giving the link in description box. Next is field setting research or laboratory or simulatory research. In this research, the environment is taken into consideration because the research has been conducted either in a laboratory or in a particular field of investigation. So the environment is given more importance in field setting research or laboratory or simulatory research. Next is clinical research. This type of research follows case study method. So it will be studying in-depth analysis about a particular disease condition or a particular drug effect on the individual, like that. So this type of research follows case study method and have an in-depth approach in order to study causal relationship. Okay, you will be identifying what is the cause for a particular phenomena which has been occurred. Okay, cause and effect relationship can be identified by means of clinical research. It is also it is studied by means of case study method. Next is historical research. In this research, historical sources like documents, events, and to understand past events, everything will be collected and studied. Historical research also we have posted a video you can watch in our channel playlist, or I have given the link in suggested iCard, end card, or description box. Next is conceptual research. This research is based on some abstract ideas or theory. So conceptual research, in order to develop conceptual frameworks or theoretical frameworks, abstract ideas or theory is taken into consideration and you will be doing a research on those things. Next is empirical research. It is based on your experience or observation. So based on your experience and based on your observations also you can do some research aspect. So this is with regard to a detailed explanation. So you can curtail it and you can write it for 5 marks, or you can write the same thing for essay question. If you want 2 marks you can refer our part 1 video. If you still have any doubts, you can post it in our comment section. Already we have posted many nursing research and statistics related videos, as well as we have posted previous year question papers videos also in our channel playlist. You can go and watch it. If you like my video, please give a thumbs up, share and subscribe to Science Easy Tech channel. My previous videos link have been given in description box, suggested end card and iCard, as I have been repeatedly telling in this video. Thank you friends. Keep supporting to Science Easy Tech channel.